Hello, hello. Welcome to Stamping A to Z. It's Wednesday, regular Wednesday live at noon. Hopefully you are joining me live. If you're not live or if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, I do post it afterwards. So feel free to comment, say hi. I do check for questions and whatever else you want to put out there. Let me know where you're watching from, who's watching. My comments don't always tell me. I'm Linda Gibbs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada. Some exciting things still happening. So today's our last day of free shipping for orders over $100. And I just remembered, which I haven't taken advantage of, so I might have to put in another order, and I forgot to mention this, for those of you who like the paper pumpkin, free shipping is a great time to pre-purchase your paper pumpkin. So you can do the pre-purchased as 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. I think you can even do one. It gives you a code. But so if you do, say, the 12 months, you're getting a paper pumpkin for free because it's discounted. And then on top of that, you're paying less because it's free shipping. So each one of those months that you're getting your paper pumpkin, it's actually shipped for free because you've bought it. That's what you paid because you're prepaying for it, and you're prepaying on free shipping. So hello, Yolande. Nice to not see you. It would be nice if I could see you, but nice to hear from you. Glad you're watching. Glad you made it today. Okay, so free shipping, and the other thing that's still going for October is the 35 and 35, which is our starter kit special, where you can either get the starter kit for 35% off, which is like $87 instead of $135, and you get to choose $165 worth of product, free shipping, no tax if you're in Alberta, because we only have GST, so no GST. If you're in other provinces, there'll be the extra tax, but no shipping. So, and that's not just for today. And then the other option is 35% more. So you're still paying the $135, which is our normal starter kit price, but then you get 35% more product. So you're getting like $222, I think, worth of product that you get to choose. And you can choose anything you want. So if you've been crafting for a long time and you just want some new products, you can choose any of that. Hi, Linda. And if you are a new crafter, you can get started with a nice base of stuff if you do that. When the starter kit ends end of October, I believe. Let me just, I don't want to lie to you here. It goes, yeah. So October 31st is the last day for that one. So you've got some time for that. That was the other part. They will sign you up automatically, or I don't know if they offer it. They'll send you the link. There's a virtual on stage conference in November, and it normally costs like $135, quite a bit. And there's free prizes. There's lots of fun stuff. As when you sign up with this special, they're going to offer it to you for free, which is really nice. And then you get kind of the pre-orders and the fun stuff. So yeah, this is like one of the best deals they've ever had for doing the starter kit. So if you're interested, and if you do go, I didn't sign up to go to the virtual event because I thought I was going to be away. And now I've changed my dates and I'm going to be here, and I'm so sad because I can't register for it. So I don't know. I was thinking I might call them and see if they'll make an exception, but I think I'm going to miss it. So if someone else gets to go, I'm all over that. You can let me know. I'll be jealous. All right. Today I'm going to be doing some different techniques with nesting dies. So you can do this with any dies that you have that are like the multiple nesting dies. So like the classic shapes, like the squares, the circles, the deckled circles, the deckled rectangles, if you have the stitched rectangles, which are retired now, but those are anything that nests. So you'll see I've got 3 different ways today for you to try yours out. All right, let me flip you around and we will get started. Okay. And there we go. So the free shipping that ends today is for orders $100 or more. But if you have someone you want to share with, or if I do end up ordering the Paper Pumpkin, my yearly subscription since I ran out, you can let me know if there's stuff you want ordered if you are in Edmonton and are able to pick it up. All right, let me just try and find this on my, I told myself I was going to put it on my computer so I don't have this whole comment glitch thing going on, but my computer for once is not even in the room. So we will, okay, I've got it. There's comments showing. Maybe it's because you guys have to just comment more. All right. Oh, the country corners. Yes, I am using the country corners today. So, it's nothing too crazy, but it's just some new ideas. Hopefully it's new ideas for you. All right. So the first one I'm going to use the Deckled Circles dies. They are in our mini catalog. They are very easy to miss because they are in the corner of page 63. They're just kind of hidden, but if you look closely, they are used in a lot of samples throughout the catalog, but the actual decals themselves are just kind of hiding all by themselves. So if you've missed them, go find them because they're awesome. All right, so these are the two shapes, they're all the same shapes, hello. 2 sizes that I'm going to be using. I've already pre-cut one in Very Vanilla. I've got the copper, distressed copper, something. It's part of the Leaf Autumn set that's also in the mini catalog. So this first one is very simple. You can just simply make a frame out of your nesting dies. So you can take any sizes, right? If you want, like I could do a very thin frame. I could do a thicker frame if I wanted something a bit thicker that shows more. I did the thinner one on my sample, so maybe, you know what, I'm going to do the thicker one, and then you can kind of see what I mean by the different thicknesses. All right, we'll pull out the old Big Boss here. Put our, if you are one that is worried about your dies moving, you can always use some washi tape or some sticky notes to stick it down. I'm not too fussy, and as long as your table is, like with dies like this, they're not gonna kind of roll away and you're not cutting out a stamped image, so it's a little bit easier. So when we take that off, we've got our frame. So it's a bit thicker than the one I started with, and then you can always use this circle for something else. National Card Making Day. Oh my goodness, it went by so fast. I missed, I can't remember what happened. I started doing it and then I can't remember what was going on, but I missed most of it. So I've only made one card out of the bunch, and it was good though. Like I went back and watched there was some really good ideas, and of course they convinced me to order one of the new online, actually I don't know if it shows up for customers, because if you go on the online exclusives on my store, it has the new stuff that's available for pre-order for demonstrators. So maybe you can see it. But anyways, I ordered that Meandering Meadows. It's really pretty. And I wasn't going to. I was just going to order a few parts of it. And, well, you know, they do their ta-das and their whatevers. And I just have to have it. All right. Then I ran the Very Vanilla circle. So my idea here, which I cut it wrong, I would have to cut the smaller piece. I was going to fit it exactly so it would sit. Now I might actually pop up this frame, and it is it's the one in between, which is kind of nice because then you're not trying to line up that edge with the edge. Otherwise you're going to go back, because it is not an even edge. If you're wondering, the deckled edge, you have to like get it just so, and then it's like, oh, okay, this fits. But it's not too hard because there's like areas where there's like multiples and you can just kind of can't think of the word, finesse your way around. Okay, let me just run this through quickly because I pre-cut it, but I didn't pre-emboss it. And of course, I need room here. My desk is a mess right now. I've been really bad at cleaning up because I'm waiting for my new furniture to come and it keeps getting delayed, and it's hard to make myself get organized when it's not how I want to be organized. Okay, oops. So to emboss, this is a 3D embossing folder. So you use no other plates and you put your cardstock in your folder. Now the better way to do this is to emboss it after you've cut it, because if you emboss a sheet and then run it through to cut it, you're going to lose a lot of the texture. So that is why I pre-cut the circle. In case you were wondering. All right. So there's our, I love this distressed tile embossing folder. This is one that's in the mini catalog as well. What do you guys think? Do you have this one? And then I'm going to put that on like that. And I just realized I forgot to cut myself a piece to put like my card, but that's okay. I will just show you if I can find my dimensionals here. I would just put a few. This one would actually probably fit the larger ones, but the mini ones work too. They give you more bit of extra space. Okay, see, and then it's gonna sit beautifully like a frame. And then I'm gonna pull out my pre-made one because I'm not gonna bore you through all the pumpkin stamping and punching. I've showed this before. This is from the Pick of the Patch bundle. So that's this pumpkins and the pumpkin punch. I knew they were gonna bark. I should have closed the door. I've got Owen here, and he was up. Okay, sorry. Hopefully they stop. Yeah, so I just stamped and punched out the pumpkins, put them all together, and voila. There's the first card. So frames out of your, so you could do your frame, you could do a rectangular frame, you could do, like you said, the country corners, you could do a frame out of that one. You can pop it up. This one, I have it just even. I just glued it down, so you can kind of see the difference if it's popped up versus down. Lots of possibilities there. All right, the next one I pulled off of a sketch that was part of a weekly challenge, I guess. This is the beautiful paper, the autumn, there's a lag in it. All about autumn. It is gorgeous paper. It has been out of stock. It was supposed to come back this week and I was waiting for it, especially with the free shipping, and it didn't come, it didn't come, it didn't come. And now it's back ordered. It says till October 23rd. So I'm hoping to still get my hands on some. Because I've used almost the entire package. I made, if you remember, I made treat boxes and stuff the 1 week for my live. And they were the bigger ones. I don't have one handy. But I did them for my table setting for Thanksgiving. So I don't have any. I've used a whole lot of my stash. Okay, so I'm going to use the deckled rectangles. And I think, I should have kept it out. I think I need this one. Now on this one, I haven't used multiple layers. So you don't have to have nesting dies for this one. But if you wanted to get fancy and do 2 layers, you could actually use the one bigger behind the one that I'm using and frame each piece. But with this one, I just wanted to remind you, because I think I've done this before, that you're never stuck with a single shape when you have a die. You can always cut it in different ways. You don't have to cut it exactly how it is. So here I'm going to just cut it full, like so. And then I'm going to pull that out. And I'm going to cut another one here. So you can see it's longer than, and I don't mind because it's actually going to be shorter than that. So it's all good. I'm probably rocking you and making you seasick. This is one of the things I hope with my new table, that it won't be so rock and roll. All right, and then I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to do it opposite. So this one, I'm going to do the full one here. So it's better to do the full one first, so you know where to put it. You could measure it, I guess, but this is a lot easier. And then we'll put our not full one here. And we'll run this one through as well. Okay. Oh, I need this here still. I'm jumping the gun. Okay, so I've got this smaller one and this smaller one. They should be close to the same size. And then I'm going to take my background piece to know how much space I have. So I believe this one went like that. So if I want it to evenly sit, I'm going to go like this. So we're going to put our 2 full ones. It's hard when you don't have nails. Okay. And like this. And then, you know, you just kind of want some even spacing. So you can see you could take the second size of this and you could make a second layer and have the brown as a second layer, but I'm just going to use this so I know I want to cut it about here. Now, if you want to know for sure, you can take a piece of washi and tape it down. Now, if you really, I wouldn't recommend doing the two at the same time because you're going to see it doesn't match up on the deckled. So I'm going to be very careful. And I'm just going to slide this. So I'm just cutting the very front end of it. I don't want to be chopping into a lot of it, like so. And then I can pull this piece off, and this is the straight edge, so I don't want this piece. And then we'll carefully remove this one, and hopefully I cut it on the correct, oh, did I? I should have. Yes, that's the correct side. Whew. And then, same thing here. So this is the way we want it. So we want to cut off this end of it. So I'm going to kind of line it up there. Hopefully you guys can see it. I don't know why my thing has frozen up on my iPad again. This is like deja vu from last week. All right, so I'm just going to make sure that my insides are inside and not being cut. I will show you on my sample. It cut a bit more of the edge. And if you don't know, I don't think you'd notice, but if you do know, then it might bother you. Okay, so then, so you can see how you're not stuck with just this one size. If you just cut with the one edge on, I don't know why, hang on, okay, I'm gonna go back. Hopefully this is still recording because it seems to be dead on my iPad. Let's see if we can get this back. I'm not ignoring you. If you can hear me. Okay, there. Oh, it's really behind now. Okay, I think it's back. But there's no. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think we're back. I'm back anyway. I can see again, hopefully. All right, so I've got my two different size shapes with using the same piece. And then if you wanted to use the next size up and cut out your cardstock so you had each piece with a brown piece behind and then created another layer, you could do that as well. I was keeping it simple, short and sweet, right? Okay, so then I'm going to glue this down. Oh, I've got the sun. It was cloudy all morning and now the sun's coming out and we've got shadows everywhere. Oof, rough day. All right, I shouldn't say it's a rough day if the sun's coming out. It's a good day. So just kind of get an idea of spacing. Might want to put that closer even. Is that the right way? Or did I do that backwards? Must be. And I'm using glue here because as you can tell, I can then shift things around. Get it the way I want it. So I'm happy with it. And just make sure when you're piecing it together, you put it the right way. Okay. Oh, hi Marcy, it's been forever. Glad you could make it. Okay, now I've got a bit more space. One must be shorter than the other, but that's okay. that is what a handmade card is. Imperfect in every way. All right, so we've got our 4 pieces using our die, and I'm just gonna jump to the finished card because this was the part I wanted to show you. And this is the finished card. Here I used black. I found it a bit stark with all my colors, so I decided to go with Early Espresso. I think I like this better. I don't know, you guys can see which one you like better. And then the leaves and the sentiment is from the Earth and Textures, so it's not, but the die cut is from the Autumn Leaves, which I used last week and I think the week before. So that's these ones that I used there. And I just cut out, this is some copper that I cut out, and I stamped the leaf that's part of the bundle, if I can find the stamp set. You know, everything's always hiding under something. So this is the stamp set that goes with those dies that I just showed you. So those are my extras from the other week when we did that. So anyways, that is the next one. Now the final one, the Wow Wow card. It actually was the first card I made, and then I decided it was the one I liked the most. So we went with it, and I have 2 variations for you. So I'm going to use the Country Corners, I believe. Country Corner dies? Countryside Corner dies. They are in the annual catalog, so if you're looking for those. I am once again using the paper that is not available to order right now. It was supposed to be available, hence using it, but you can do this. You could do this technique. You can do this technique with any designer series paper. You could do it with a stamped image. This one, this next one is something that looks really pretty with a stamped image, or I was thinking even with those, the sunflower stencils that we have. You could make a beautiful sunflower and then cut it up. I wanted to play with this paper because I had saved these more, what's the word I'm looking for? Bold pieces, because I wanted to play with them. Anyways, you could do it with a stamped image as well, so never fear you don't have this paper, it's no big deal. I have my dies taped down onto some washi tape, and that is so that when I have it on my magnet, I can lay them down so that they are, so you can see right now the big one isn't on here. So if I wanted to, oops, I would take this off and I would lay these down, and then I can try and lay it so that it's close to even all, oops, the tape is folded here, close to even all the way around. If you want to have, you know, even spacing. This one seems a little crooked to me, so you can always just pick it up, lay it back down, and then, ooh, I think my washi tape has been used a few too many times. Not sticking as well. So anyways, make sure it is well stuck if you're going to pick it up. And then you have your evenly spaced pieces. I'm trying to decide if I want to, which one I want to do for you guys. I'm going to do this one. I might do both if you are wondering. You can let me know if you want to see the other one afterwards. Okay, so I've got my piece of paper. I've got my dies. Take out my big boss here. And then you want to decide which part of which pumpkins you want in your, I like this blue pumpkin here. And I need my other plate. Okay, it's frozen again. What is going on? Oh, I think I have to update my iPad and my phone. Because it's in my phone, it looks like it's still rolling, but my iPad has frozen again and I'm on my last card. But it looks like the comments are coming. It's just the picture is frozen. So hopefully on your guys' end, it's not frozen. Let me know. Is it frozen on your end? Yeah, see, I just reloaded it and it comes up to where it is. It's so strange. Not frozen. Okay, good. Well, let me know if it freezes up on your end, because it's not the end of the world if it's just my viewpoint, as long as I can see comments. I'm good. Okay. And then you want to carefully take off your washi tape. The one that's going to stick the most is that middle one because it's bigger. So you just have to be careful when you're taking it out. Luckily, it's been used a bunch, so it's not as sticky. Now, the reason I left this one off is because I wanted to cut out a piece of pecan pie, if I can find it. Here it is. In the bigger one, so that'll kind of be my frame. You could make a frame. You could do this one and this next size and make a frame around it so that that first one is flat, but it does give it a bit more. I like to, sometimes I'll run it one way and then sometimes I'll run it this way, and I find it curls less over time, where, you know, like your dies start getting warped, or if you put them even at an angle, that helps too. So if your dies are getting kind of warped, try and go different ways. And that's why too I use I really like these magnet cards from Stamp and Storage because they're quite heavy duty, so they tend to, I mean the tape is keeping it up, but here's like it tends to keep it stuck down, whereas I used to use the ones from Amazon and it didn't hold it down at all. So now I've got my background piece and I can start layering these on here. So my first layer, I'm going to put, uh-oh, my comments are gone now. All right. Keep commenting. It's coming through before. Maybe the comments make my iPad freeze. So the comments help the comments stay on, but then my iPad freezes. I really do need a new iPad. My screen, the touch screen doesn't work so great. It's seen its day. I use it all the time. It's been well loved. All right, so then I want to layer these and stack them, but I want them to each be a little bit higher. So for this first layer, I'm going to use just the little mini dimensionals. You can just, the minis are always handy when you have skinnier things to deal with. Okay, and then make sure you have your image the right way. And then you're just gonna, oops. Sorry if I stick my head in the frame. There we go. Okay, so we're just up by one. And then, so I don't want to go down, I want to go up even higher. Now the one thing I have discovered is this, the, what do you call them? What are they called? They're called foam adhesive strips. They are slightly thicker, as you can see, than our dimensionals. Can you see that? So if you use the strip, it'll be that little bit higher than the last one. So if you can find different pieces that get you different heights, that's great. If you don't, you can stack your dimensionals. Like I would put, well, I'll show you on the next one because I'm going to stack them. So you'll see. Okay, so that's our next height. Right? Then we want this to be even one higher. So I think the best way to do that one is to take this again. Oops. I'm running out. I have another strip. These are what you use to make shaker cards normally, if you're wondering what else you would use these for. They make, and I think that's why they are a bit higher, because you want to keep that height to allow the shakers to shake. Okay, so we've got those. Then I'm going to peel it. And then in order to, don't forget and stick it down, because it'll be the same height as this one. So instead of having it the same height, now you're going to take your minis, or you can take, I guess I didn't have to put it all the way across if I'm, so I'm just putting it one, oops, I don't want that turned like that. One higher, just the dimension higher, not two strips, because then I can do two strips on the last one, and it'll be, I think I want to put a couple more here. You could totally just use a bunch of strips and have it, it would just be high, like you could use 2 strips on this one, and then you could use 3 strips on the last one, but that's a lot of height. You definitely wouldn't want to mail this. I don't think it would make it through the mail. It's a little high. I'm gonna hand deliver this one. Oh, it looks like it's frozen again. I don't know what's going on. It's very strange. My iPad doesn't like me. It's mad. It said it was old. Okay. I'm going to make sure it gets tucked in there. So now you can see it's got 3 layers. And then we have our last one where, like I said, we will just do 2. We'll probably, oops. I'll do 1. You're going to peel those ones. Pumpkin pyramid, yeah. Test. Oh, see? My comments weren't coming through. I don't know when you wrote that. Hopefully it's still rolling. I see Mike's watching. Mike, if you're watching, you can see that I need a new iPad. My iPad's giving me troubles. Hence the reason I was going to use my computer today, and then I forgot to bring my computer down. Okay, so now we've got that on the double. And voila, as Yolande says, our pumpkin pyramid. So this is one option. The other option I wanted to show you is where you frame it out. So you would cut every other, so if you came in here and you had, so you would take this one off and do that on the pecan pie. You would take this one off and you would take this one off. So you've got 3 pecan pies. And then so all of one, every other, there would be 3 that you cut out, right, of the pumpkins. You get more width that way too, like they're hidden in behind each one because you're cutting out much wider area than this, so it makes it easier. And then so all I did, you could layer it just as much as this one, but on this one I just put them on the same level as the frame for each one, and you still kind of get the same effect where your paper, it still follows the pattern. So whether it's a stamped pattern or a designer series paper or whatever, you can still see the picture and how it goes out. I think there's a name for this, but I can't remember what it was, and I could not find it for the life of me. So if anyone knows the name, you can let me know. So here's the finished one of this one. I just added thanks so much and this beautiful copper ribbon, which is also on back order. And the dots are from the adhesive backed speckled dots. And then these ones are from the adhesive backed sparkle jumps. I found, at first I thought they were gold, but then I thought they kind of matched the copper pretty good. So I just cut out, this is from the, it's in the annual catalog. I can't remember what it's called. There's like a happy birthday and celebrate, wanted to say dies. So those are in the annual catalog if you're looking for that. But you could put like the same kind of thing. I just changed it up. Which one do you guys think? The framed or all one? I think the framed makes the picture pop more. I wonder if it would pop even more if I had popped all these layers the way I popped these ones. I don't know. I do not know. All right. Well, those are my 3 ways. You like the framed one? Yeah, I think I do too. I think that's, it just has a more, I don't know, it just shows up more, I think. Like this looks cool, but this just is even more cool. All right, so where'd my other cards go? Losing them all as usual. Okay, so here's one. And then where's my nice leafy one? And then the leaf. Hopefully you guys all had a good Thanksgiving weekend. It was so nice. It was like 24 degrees. We ate outside. It was hot. It was almost too hot, but it was good. Marcy, do you celebrate? I don't know if she's still here. She came and she went. If you're still here, do you celebrate Thanksgiving? Thanks, Yolande. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you have a great rest of your week. I will still be here next week and the week after. I should remind, I have been horrible. I started putting out all my classes and I have my card club starting in November, and I need to get my button gear because I need to send out kits. If you are interested in doing monthly card club, let me know. Marcy, I already have you down. Can you use a die to make different length labels? Yep, for sure. So like one like this, you can shorten it. So there's two different ones here. But if I wanted this to be shorter, I could do the same thing that I did with these, where I'm just cutting it and I would just lay my plate across and cut. So you could have it as short. You can also make it longer if you cut just to a certain point and then you start again. You can make it longer. You just have to make sure that your plate isn't on the full die so that it cuts the whole thing. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Yes. I think I did do, I mean, if you go back and watch the one where I cut these out, it's the exact same process. I believe there is a video in the archive of 137 videos where I believe I did an entire episode focused on that. So if you're still confused, or you can always ask me. All right. Well, hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And yeah, sometimes it's hard to figure it out. It takes, just play with it, you know, like take some, even use some scrap printer paper. If you're worried about using your cardstock or whatever, just play with it. Play, play, play. That's the best part. You're welcome, Yolande. Have a good week. I get to go see Jason now. Get to go get my eyes checked. All right. Well, see you guys later. Bye.